Hello everyone. Pretty interesting day today. If you watched my last video, you saw that I did a fair amount of deadlifting volume, and I think it took a little bit more of a toll on my body than I had anticipated it to, and my recovery protocol was not where it should have been to prepare for that. So yeah, when I had the 605 deadlift hold for 30 seconds to the top after my 8th set, I think that affected me a little more than I thought it would. So my upper back was pretty tight. My glutes and my hips were, I could tell that I was not as recovered as I would like to be going into this workout. But that's on me, and that's my bad. And so I had no choice but to just kind of push forward and make the most out of it. So this is my top set. You saw the 475 warm up without a belt, and then this is 520. I start off kind of shooting myself in the foot by not having the bar set perfectly aligned on my shoulders. It's a little bit lower on the left side. I attribute that to me not paying as much attention, and to the fact that my upper back was having a hard time getting a good lock in on the bar. And so you can see I'm kind of corkscrewing a little bit and making them harder than they needed to be, and didn't need any help anyway with how I was feeling, but managed to get all 5 reps. That's what I was going for. That was the goal. Could have gone for 6. It probably would have turned into a good morning, and it would have depressed me a little bit. So moved over to the bench press, decided that I wanted to add some volume back in. I've been doing a lot of sets of 2 and stuff, and things have been going pretty well. Just told myself, hey, I'm going to do this for a little bit of rep work. What's something that I could do for rep work and really push myself? Well, 315, I've been hitting that for 5 plus the last couple of weeks, and so I decided that would be the number I'd work with today, and try to get a little redemption after how those squats felt. First set I got 6. That's what I hit on Thursday, and wouldn't have been able to hit a 7th one with any kind of decent form. So I did what I did then, come back, do another set of 5, and then on this last one I said I'm not going to pause them really until the last rep that I decided to do, and see if I can break past that number. And so I do end up hitting 7 on this, which was my goal on Thursday, and then I ended up kind of long pausing that 7th rep. Again, it's another CT press, as I'm gonna start calling them, and I really like that. It made me feel a lot more confident with that weight. And as punishment for how poorly I felt like the squats went, regardless of what the reason was, I told myself that I was going to put in some real work today on the second round of squats. No matter what, no matter what reason I had given myself for the first round not being very good, I told myself, you know what, it shouldn't be easy. It can't be easy. If you want to get better and you want to improve, you have to force that growth when you get to a certain point. It just doesn't come on its own anymore. And the only way for me to do it is just with hard work and effort, and making sure that I'm solid on my recovery protocol. And so that's the topic for today. It shouldn't be easy. If anything in your life that's worth doing is probably going to be pretty difficult, and it's not going to be easy, but it should be worth it at the end. And I felt that way after the first Smolov training cycle, the base meso, when I put I put a significant amount of weight on my squat just based off of the hard work alone. And so if I want to feel that again, if I want to have that sense of, man, this was worth it, I got to put in the work, and it's got to suck at the time. It's got to be pretty. You have to traumatize your body a little bit to force it to adapt to that stimulus. And so I told myself, what's my least favorite thing to do for squats? And I said, pausing reps at the bottom is just, I hate it so much, especially if it's deep and if I'm not wearing a belt. And so I forced myself to do 2 sets of 5 here, with a friend counting to 3 for me at the bottom, because I didn't trust myself to keep a slow, consistent count. I thought I'd probably rush it. And so you can see I'm collapsing forward a little bit. If someone wants to come on and hate on my squat form, you're more than welcome to. It's not very good in this session. I know that. This was more effort-based than technical precision, I think. But On the third set, I said, what else do I hate? I already did the pause reps. Those are I'm surviving those. What else do I hate? Rep work. I hate anything over 3 reps on anything. So I'm just going to do this 405, still not going to wear a belt, and I'm going to do it for a set of 10. I'm going to have someone else count my reps, so I can't skip any and say that I just miscounted. I made the choices today to push myself in a way that I wasn't necessarily comfortable doing. You have to break out of your comfort zone and realize that when you want something and it's going to be worth it, it's not going to be easy, and it shouldn't be easy, because if it was easy, anyone could do it. I mean, that's the separation. If something is attainable by everyone without putting in any effort, why would you value that? It's the personal challenge of trying to better yourself should be enough of a drive to put in some pain. You have to pay a little bit with some blood, sweat, and tears. And after that, I did some of these dip leg raises. I did about 5 or 6 sets. Did some hanging leg raises too, and pretty much got out of there. Yeah, so that's pretty much the session. Gonna be taking tomorrow off from the gym. Gonna be going on a hike with my girlfriend. We're gonna be looking for animals. I'm probably gonna bring my camera and see how that goes. I guess that's some sort of physical activity. I don't run ever, so this will be the closest thing I do to movement-based athleticism, I think. But if you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like, rating, share with your friends if it spoke to you in some way, or you found something about it that you'd like to share with others. Check out my Facebook athlete page. I'll put the link in the description if you want some nutrition, training, life, motivational updates. I'm going to try to keep that more consistent. And overall, thank you guys for watching. I always enjoy the support, and I will talk to you either Monday or Tuesday, depending on what my rehearsal schedule ends up being. So, thanks. Bye.